Our journey starts in this London hospital. A baby is about to be born. Another human being is about to enter the world. Thou, woman, shall give birth with great pain. This is written in the Bible. And so it has always been. Even though science and medicine have made enormous progress, women still have labor pains. True, though, that these pains are soon forgotten. What greater joy is there for a mother than her baby's first cry? Dallas, Texas, another birth. In this case, though, the mother showed up at the hospital, bringing her nanny goat with her. Fortunately, the hospital is equipped with a stable, and the nanny goat brought her offspring into the world at the same time as her mistress. One thing is common to all births, be it those of humans or those of animals, the cry of the newborn. Perhaps they just want to show us their disapproval at being thrust at all costs into the world. Benares, the holy city of the Hindu religion, has for thousands of years been the goal of pilgrims. An old Hindu, after a long journey, is happy that fate has allowed him to make his greatest hope come true, to die in the holy city of Benares. His children and grandchildren who've made this last journey with him share his happiness. After his death, his body will be cremated on a huge funeral pyre like these, with their reflections in the water that turn the river Ganges flaming red. His ashes will be scattered over the water of the holy river. Every day, hundreds of elderly people come here like him to wait for death. The first day of life for newborn babies in London and Dallas, and the last day of life for the old Hindu. But from the first day to the last, in between the dawn and the twilight of life, what is there? What does life hold in store for the billions of human beings on this planet? Today, on the threshold of the year 2000, we are increasingly prouder of our civilization and incredible scientific progress. But how much better do people live? The answer we found amazed and disconcerted us. We've reached the edge of Central Africa, one of the poorest areas in the world. A man and a woman move furtively towards a car. They could be thieves or maybe even terrorists. In this country, where living conditions are often inhuman, acts of terrorism are becoming more frequent every day. Bye, darling.
Bye.
What's this? Hey, Jan, look what I found in the car.
Oh, what a sweet thing. Here, let me take it.
For the parents who have abandoned their son, this choice represents perhaps the only hope of survival for their child in this forgotten land, where the infant mortality rate reaches chilling proportions. If man is sometimes obliged to dispose of his young because he does not have enough to eat, in the animal world, this phenomenon does not exist. Here there are no frontiers. If food is more plentiful elsewhere, there is nothing that will stop them to go and find it. Not far away, in a big city further south, we were struck by the incredible number of cripples on the streets. A quick inquiry revealed the awful truth. Contrary to our expectations, most of them are not suffering from any kind of congenital malformation, nor are they accident victims. It was their own parents who inflicted these injuries on them in the first years of their lives. This cruel practice has an absurdly humane purpose. It ensures the children's survival. They live pitifully, but at least they don't starve. Luckily, man has incredible resources, and even for these human outcasts, life is not all suffering. Their enthusiasm for gold is as infectious as it is heart-rending. The problem of survival exists all over the world. Here we are in a large port in the Far East. We hid our camera inside a ferry ticket booth to film this tourist who seems to be looking for something in a part of town not famous for its tourist attractions. The oldest profession in the world, passed on from mother to daughter. The mothers do the bargaining, and sometimes the negotiations go on for a long time. The prettier the girl, the higher the price.
$75. Yacht for one night. All night. Good deal. Only $50. What do you think that's going to buy? You have more there. Come on, sir. She's the only burger.
The young girl has the air of a startled fawn as her mother handles the transaction. The deal's been made. The mother is satisfied. A way of life that is hard to understand, but which has been passed down for centuries, from generation to generation. Prostitution is strictly a human phenomenon. In the animal world, as far as we know, no female has ever been forced by her mother to prostitute herself or marry for money. Love is free and spontaneous, dictated only by natural instinct, and coupling is always preceded by a phase of tender courtship. After love, even His Majesty the Lion is full of tenderness for his companion. But the course of true love never runs smoothly, not even in the animal world.
Yes,
We are at a small zoo on the edge of a big South African city.
I've had a lot of success with leopards. These two go at it night and day. There's a good market for leopard cubs. The only couple I've had no luck with is this pair of chimps. 6 months without touching each other. Only a friend of mine suggested showing them porno movies. So I set up a TV, and now I hope they'll get the idea.
A porno movie for monkeys. At first, the therapy doesn't yield the expected results, but Mr. Hartman doesn't give up. This rhinoceros has a very different problem. Since his mate was killed, he has been suffering from loneliness. And he wanders around the savannah giving all the females the eye. At this very moment, he has his sights set on a lady giraffe. Really, Mr. Rhinoceros, how would you have reached up that far? If love is totally free for animals, we can't say the same for human beings. We've just arrived in a small Arab state. This girl has been raped, and the man who took advantage of her is to be punished in public as a warning to others. In this country, thieves have their hands cut off, spies their tongues cut out, and rapists?
أنا والد البنت المتروكة أريد المحكمة لأن يعاقب المجرم.